you into deeper communion with God. Jean and I know that being a mother is one of the most difficult and rewarding challenges in the world. We hope that Mothers of the Bible will offer you an opportunity, alone or in a small group, to perceive God's love and faithfulness in fresh ways, blessing your children through the work He does in your life. Eve. Her name means life-giving and mother of all who have life. Her character. She came into the world perfectly at peace with her God and with her husband, the only other person on the planet. She lived in paradise, possessing every pleasure imaginable. She never knew the meaning of embarrassment, misunderstanding, hurt, estrangement, envy, bitterness, grief, or guilt, until she listened to her enemy and began to doubt God. Her sorrow. That she and her husband were banished from paradise in the presence of God, and that her first son was a murderer and her second son his victim. Her joy. That she had once tasted paradise, and that God had promised that her offspring would eventually destroy her enemy. Key scriptures: Genesis 1:26 through 31, and Genesis 2 through 4. Monday. Her story. The woman stirred and stretched, her skin soft and supple as a newborn's. One finger, then another moved in gentle exploration of the ground that cradled her. She could feel a warmth filling her, tickling her throat as it tried to escape, spilling out in the strong, glad noise of laughter. She felt surrounded as though by 1,000 joys, and then a touch calmed her without diminishing her joy. Her eyes opened to a brightness, her ears to a voice, and then a smaller voice, echoing an elated response. "This is now bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman, for she was taken out of man." Adam took hold of her, and their laughter met like streams converging. The man and the woman walked naked and unashamed in paradise. No shadows filled Eden, no disorder, discord, or fear. Then one day a serpent spoke to the woman. "Did God really say you must not eat from any tree in the garden? You will not surely die, for God knows that when you eat of it, your eyes will be opened, and you will be like God, knowing good and evil." The woman listened. She remembered the brightness, the voice of God that had filled her with joy. Could she really be like God? Pressed hard by desire, she took the fruit and then shared it with her husband. Suddenly, darkness spread across Eden. It came, not from the outside, but from within, filling the man and the woman with shadows, cravings, and misery. Order gave way to disorder, harmony to discord, trust to fear. Soon Adam and Eve heard the sound of their Creator walking in the garden, and they hid. "Where are you, Adam?" God called. "I heard you in the garden," Adam replied, "and I was afraid because I was naked, so I hid." Sin had driven its wedge inside their hearts, and God banished them from Eden, pronouncing judgment first on the wily serpent that had tempted the woman, and then on her and on her husband. To the serpent's curse he added this promise: "I will put enmity between you and the woman, and between your offspring and hers. He will crush your head, and you will strike his heel." To the woman, God said, "I will greatly increase your pains in childbearing. With pain you will give birth to children. Your desire will be for your husband, and he will rule over you." Then God warned Adam that after a lifetime of hard labor, his strength would decrease until his body would finally be wrapped in the dust from which God had formed him. The curse of death fell suddenly upon the new world. So Adam and his wife were forced to flee paradise, and Adam named her Eve because she would be the mother of all the living. But her firstborn, Cain, became a murderer, and her second son, Abel, his victim. As the years passed, sorrow chased sorrow in the heart of the first woman, and the last we see of her, we imagine her not as a creature springing fresh from the hand of God, but as a woman in anguish, giving birth to another child. Her skin now stretches like worn canvas across her limbs. Her hands claw the stony ground, grasping for something to hold on to, for anything to ease her pain. She can feel the child inside, filling her, his body pressing for a way of escape. The cries of mother and child.